Good morning. It's September 15th. How did we get here already? I can't believe it's already September 15th. Anyhow, I'm on my way to work, running late as usual. My alarm went off at 5, and then it went off again at 5:30, and I woke up at 6:30. I don't know what the heck happened. Thankfully, I woke up when I did, because it is a school day, and I needed a shower, and I had to get the kids up, so yeah, there's that. But they got to school on time, and hopefully I'm at work at a decent time. I should be there right on time. But yeah, it was a really nice weekend. I did not do anything I was supposed to with the 75 soft, and like I said at the end of the last video, I think I just got too much going on. We will not be going to Kings Island this weekend, only because I was looking at the schedule of when they're open. Excuse me. And they're only open this weekend on Saturday from 7 till 11. And I'm not going down Saturday evening, driving down Saturday evening for 4 hours. Making a 3-hour drive for a 4-hour event. So not doing that. But the next weekend, I think it's October 4th, that I have the kids. They are open all day. So we'll go that day and spend the full day there. And then probably spend the night. And excuse me. But this weekend, we're probably just going to stay home. I really need to take them shopping to get them some school clothes, so we may do that. And then, I'm trying to think what else. I think that's really about it. With the but the reason why I'm saying that is because I was telling you guys in the last vlog that I don't know how well I'll be able to do the 75 soft, actually do it on a regular basis every day, because we do have stuff going on, and going to Kings Island and stuff, it's hard to do things like that. I mean, unless you pack your food, and I have the meal package. I'm not packing my food at Kings Island, so needless to say, I'm going to make sure I'm getting my 10,000 steps in a day. I will go on a walk this evening. I will go on a walk tomorrow evening. I'll probably go on a walk Wednesday and Thursday evening. Friday, probably not, because I'm going to try to go to Dylan's game again. This weekend, I'll probably go on a walk, because we'll be home. But I don't, I'm not going to hold myself to going when there's, I have a lot going on those days. It's because I know myself, and what I'm doing, I want to make it, excuse me, I want to make it sustainable, yeah. And there's going to be days, and there's going to be times when I can't. Do everything. I mean, I can always get in the 100 grams of protein. I don't think that should ever be an issue if I focus just on eating a lot of protein throughout the day. But especially if I plan, which I can do that. So I just have to plan accordingly. But for the steps and stuff, and it's going to be one of those things, there's going to be days I may not have 10,000 steps. On Fridays, on nights of the football games. Fridays, at least at the job I'm at now, I don't know about the new job. But the job I'm at now, we are not busy on Fridays. That's our catch-up day, and I'm not up walking around. We don't see very many patients. I had 2 patients I was supposed to see this past Friday. Ended up only seeing 1. So it was not a I wasn't up moving around a whole lot. And then I was at the football game. Now, if I hadn't went to the football game, yeah, I probably could have went and got some steps in, walking around the neighborhood that night. But I was at the football game. So, I just have to make it work around my life. And I think that for me is what is most important in my life, So we're going to make it work. And even the reading, the reading 10 pages a day, that is sustainable to do every day. I mean, especially if you do it right before bed. If you're not a reader, it's going to be a little bit harder because you're going to be like, oh, I don't feel like reading today. But if you are a reader, it's pretty easy to get those books in, or those pages in. When you don't, when you may not get anything else in, you can get that in, So, just stick with me, guys. We're doing it. I will say my weight was up today, but I did have a couple drinks over the weekend. Not a lot, but I did have a few drinks over the weekend on Saturday, just throughout the day Saturday. The new Chris, he does not drink, so I just thought I wanted to have I just wanted to have a drink while I was sitting outside relaxing and reading my book, so I did. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Alright, guys, I hope you have a great week and a successful week, and you guys just keep doing what you're doing. I couldn't think of the word in one of the videos last week one day, but if you guys don't care to go and just pick one of my playlists and run it, like while you're sleeping or something, on your TV, on your computer, on your laptop, on your tablet, even while you're cleaning the house or something, and just you don't have to listen to it, just run them, just to help me get my hours back up to where have the hours to get monetized again, because with this new job I am going to be making less money, and then I need to supplement my income a little bit. So I'm hoping I can get my hours back up with YouTube so I can start getting a little bit extra with this. So help me out there, guys. I would appreciate it. All right, I will see you guys later. Good morning. It's September 16th. It is 20:08 in the morning. I'm headed to work, as is normal when you see me like this. My hair is curling again today because I cannot seem to get out of bed on time. I have wanted nothing but to sleep the last few days. Traffic. Which honestly, this time of the year, I struggle a lot with depression from the end of August to the end of October. I struggle a lot with depression those 2 months, and sometimes it doesn't hit me it doesn't hit me all at once, or let me rephrase this. It hits me all at once, or sometimes it kind of sneaks up on me. And I think this year it's kind of snuck up on me, because normally at the end of August, I wasn't feeling it this year. I did not even think about anything, but I think last week, with what happened last week with Charlie Kirk and with the school shooting and everything, it's kind of, ignited, I guess is a word that I could use, everything again. This morning I was watching two different YouTubers as I was getting ready. Carrie, is that her name? I'm trying to think of her name. I think Carrie's the one girl, and she's a newer one I've been watching, and Nicole Burgess is the other one. Carrie had mentioned, and it kind of spoke to me, and she's 37, so she's a little bit younger than me. I'm 44, if you didn't know. But she had mentioned, and this has to do with my depression a lot with this time of year, about how so often in our lives that we expect our lives to be a certain way by a certain age, and that is part of what my depression is, because when I always had in my head that I'd be married by 25, getting ready to start a family, not necessarily having a family by then, but married at least. Having a family, married, and getting ready to start my family and all that. My 25th birthday has been the hardest birthday I've had up to this point, because I had just graduated from nursing school. I'd been a nurse, I think, a year at that point, and a year at that point, and I had no boyfriend. At least I don't think I did, and but I was nowhere close to getting married. And so the picture that I had in my head of where my life should have been was not where I was at in my life, And I think I've told you guys before in my vlogs in the past that there's 3 things I have always wanted in my life. And I'm trying to cry telling this, because it always upsets me when I talk about this. But the 3 things I always wanted in my life was, 1, to be a nurse. Check. 2, to be a wife. I mean, I guess you can put a check mark, because I was for a couple years, but... And then 3, to be a mom. And I feel like I got the nurse and the mom part down. Am I the best nurse in the world? No. Is there a nurse in the world that is the best nurse in the world? No. Do I try every day to be the best nurse I can be? Yes. Am I an awesome mom? No. Do I strive to be an awesome mom? Yes. Am I a wife? No. Do I want to be a wife? Yes. Was I a good wife when I was a wife? I think I was. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I think it takes 2 people to make relationships work. And I know that I'm sure I caused part of our issues. I'm not completely, he is the one that originally asked for the divorce and wanted it. I was the one that filed, and there was some things going on that I did not agree with. I'm just going to leave it at that for now, but so I don't know. And then with my ex, Chris, we weren't married. We were living together. I tried really hard with him, even though we weren't married. I tried really hard with him. I think I was a good wife. I think I did get to the point where I kind of gave up trying hard, or tried as hard as I should have, at least. But anyway, one of the things that Carrie, I think that's her name, said was that you are at, I'm trying to think how she exactly worded it, and it wasn't even her line, it was from another YouTuber that she watches, but it was something along the lines of, you are at the point in your life where you need to be, there's no, oh my gosh, the traffic this morning is bad, but you are not, you're exactly in your life where you need to be. Like, if you're meant to have kids in your 40s, that's when you're meant to have kids, if you're meant to have kids in your 20s, that's when you're meant to have kids. If you're not meant to be married and happily married till you're in your 40s, that's okay. That's where you're meant to it's meant to happen. Like, not everyone's life is meant to happen the same. And that really spoke to me this morning. It really spoke to me this morning. And then Nicole Burgess, and she was talking about Charlie Kirk and his passing and stuff. And, you know, she was talking about this, how upset it was making her, only because, not because of like a political thing or anything like that. And that's how I feel. Not because of a political thing at all, but because it's a heart thing. You know, it's our world today. People just don't care about other people. Like, everybody is so focused on themselves and what makes themselves feel better, you know, and, you know, it's all about me, me, me. And, you know, you walk into a grocery store or something and people don't say hi, you know, or good morning or good afternoon, you know, like, people don't do that like they used to. And you make eye contact with somebody and you don't smile, you just make eye contact and move on. And don't even say hello. And, you know, people won't open doors for people like they used to, like, you know, hold doors open for people. I just, like, it's a heart thing in our world, and there's like no compassion left. And she was talking about how concerned she is for her kids, and her kids are about my kids' ages. Her oldest is 12 and her youngest is 9. So, I mean, there's a little bit of an age difference. Her oldest is nonverbal autistic. So, you know, he's going to depend on somebody else for the rest of his life, pretty much. And that's one of the things in her, you know, she is all about getting her health under control, you know, and everything. And that's one of the reasons why, because she wants to make sure she's around for a long time to help take care of him and be there for her son, because she knows that he's going to need her for a long time. And that just in itself, I think it's admirable. But the compassion in this world, it isn't there like it used to be. I mean, like, we're so divided. And I'm not trying to make this about politics, but it seems like ever since Obama was in office, maybe, there's been a divide. And I don't know if it was because he was our first president of color, you know, or what, but I feel like there's been a divide in our country, you know. And then when Trump became president, like, it just became even worse, you know, because I mean, it's just insane, the hate that people feel, you know, for Trump. And I understand that it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but I'm not going there. But I just, like, the divide that the politics have made in our country right now is ridiculous. And the divide between, like, the Christians and the non-Christians, and even the Republican Christians against the Democratic Christians, and that's not how it should be. We should all be together as one. You know, we should all want the best for our country and work together as one to have the best for our country. And I get it that we have the government we have, so that way it's not a dictatorship, you know, or whatever. I'm not a political person, so I don't know all the terminology and everything, but, like, that's why, you know, we have the different, you know, we have the Republicans and the Democrats and the liberals and all that. You know, I get all that, but there should not be so much hate against anybody, you know. Like, the Republicans should not hate. I just had a complete brain fart, guys. I'm so sorry. The last president, not snobbish. What was his name? Oh my gosh. So you guys are screaming it at me. You guys are screaming it at me. But between, the Republicans hating him and the Democrats hating Trump, I mean, like, there should not be so much hate. There should not be so much hate. And it's not even just hate within the world when it comes to, like, government. Like, there's just hate in the world. Like, people hate me because my name's Tiffany, People hate me because I'm a Christian. People hate me because I'm my ex-husband's wife. Like, or I worded that wrong. I was married to my ex-husband, and because of who he is, I'm sure, or maybe they feel bad for me. They hate us because of who we believe. They hate us because of our skin color. They hate us because of our beliefs. They hate us because of what we do for a living. They hate us because of the car we drive. They hate us because of the way we talk. They hate us because of who we love. I mean, there is so much hate in this world. And as I said in my last video, as a Christian, our jobs as Christian is to love. To love, 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 love. I can't preach that enough. It's to love. And I don't understand that as Christians we can't grasp that. We can't grasp that. Like, and I truly believe that, like, and I preach this to my kids every single day that they are with me, that you go into you are who you make yourself. Like this morning, for instance, Parker said, I'm not a morning person. Because I was like, I love you guys. And he was like, I love you too. Like, really sarcastically. I'm like, Parker, you didn't have to say it sarcastically. He's like, that's just who I am and how I talk. I'm not a morning person. I was like, Parker, you're making yourself like that. Like, I'm not a morning person either, but I don't wake up and I'm not grumpy, because I'm not a morning person. I don't talk mean to people, like, if somebody tells me I love them, they love me, I say it back to them in a loving manner. Like, you are who you make yourself. Like, if you want to be a grumpy person, you're going to make yourself a grumpy, nasty person. If you want yourself to be a happy person, you're going to make yourself a happy person. I've preached this for years. Like, any situation that you go into, if you go in with a negative attitude, no matter how the situation goes, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. No matter how it goes. I mean, it could go perfect. Absolutely 100% perfect. But you're going to see it as negative. Somehow, you're going to see it as negative. If you go with a positive attitude, if something bad does happen, it's not going to seem as bad as it would have if you did go in with the negative attitude. You know what I'm saying? And I have preached this for years. I preached this to my nurses when I was a charge nurse, whenever they would complain about going to the, have to float to the floor. And as nurses, any nurses are watching, we all know we hate to float. You hate to float to other floors. And when you're an ICU nurse and you have to float to the med surg, or you have to float to the ER, or, that's the end of the world. Like, you don't want to do it. And I get it. I didn't want to do it when I had to float, so, oh, that's pretty. And I get it. But, go out there smiling. Don't go out there pissed off, And I get it. Not everybody's going to get a mood every day. But at least try to be kind to people. Have some compassion and show the world love. You don't have to be a bitch. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be an asshole to people. Like, my brother says, and he says this, so I'm not like misquoting him or anything, but he has said he is the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. And that's pretty true, because he can be an asshole. But he also is the type of guy that if you call him and you need something from him, he will do it for you and he will help you. And I just don't get people. I just don't. I wish I understand better how people thought, and everything, but I don't. And just love people, just love. And this world right now, if we could all just love each other a little bit more and be a little bit more compassionate to each other. And I say that, and I haven't this morning, but typically, I'm fussing at people driving. I have very, very bad road rage. And so I say that, and typically I'm fussing at people driving, and that's not having compassion and love towards others with my road rage. So this is my oath to you guys. I'm gonna do better with road rage. You guys won't see it as much, I promise. We'll try better. But anyhow, I just wanted to tell you guys how I was feeling and thinking this morning about that stuff. And both of those girls, Dayton maybe is Carrie's last name. Can't think. I think it's Carrie Dayton. If I can remember, I will put her and Michelle's channels down in the pinned comment below. Her and Nicole's channels in a pinned comment down below. Nicole's channel is Nicole Burgess. I've been watching her for years. And Carrie I just found recently. So, but go check both of them out. I'm just telling you guys just what both of them said this morning, and it has different. I mean, they were talking about two totally different things. Like when Carrie was talking, I don't even think, it was September 10th yet when she was talking about, and was talking in her vlog, and so, she didn't even know that Charlie Kirk was going to be assassinated. She didn't know there was going to be another school shooting. So, guys, I think I'm getting sick again. My throat's hurting. I'm so freaking tired. Like, I could just sleep all day, I think. That's probably from camping, I'm sure, and being out sleeping in the cold air, but it was worth it. It was worth it. And I would do it again. But I'm at work, so I'm going to get off here. And I will talk to you guys later. Good morning, friends. I'm about almost halfway to work already. It's almost 7:30. I am early this morning because I have to be there early. I'm going to be there when I'm supposed to be. I don't know, because I'm supposed to be there in like 15 minutes, so we'll see. Traffic is definitely not as bad as what it normally is when I go to work. It still isn't great. Guys, I don't feel good. I don't know, I think I told you guys this yesterday. I don't know if I'm trying to get cold. I don't know if it's allergies. I don't know what it is. I don't feel good though. I've been taking allergy medicine at night, so I am taking some allergy medicine. I'm exhausted. I just want to sleep. I don't know what's going on. And then I worry, okay, is it my depression? Because I don't know if it was this video or the last video, I talked about how from the end of August to the end of October, I struggle a lot with depression. It's more I don't have seasonal depression as much as I have situational depression. And a lot of stuff happened to me, good and bad stuff. But the good stuff is now associated with bad stuff between the end of August and the end of October. And there's still good stuff that's happened in that time period that I still celebrate. My best friend's daughter, my sunshine, my baby girl, just turned 21 on Sunday. So, but there are still things that, you know, I worry about and I struggle with. And usually one of the symptoms of me feeling depressed is kind of withdrawing. And one of those things I do when I withdraw is I want to sleep. And I want to sleep a lot. And so is it because I'm not feeling good I want to sleep? Or is it because of my depression that I want to sleep? I don't know right now. Yesterday after work, like I went to, I left early because I had a doctor's appointment. I saw my plastic surgeon. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But I went to the plastic. I got home and I really wanted to go straight to bed. I wanted to go straight to bed, but I didn't. I changed my clothes and I really thought about going and taking a walk. I walked down and got my mail because I hadn't went and got my mail for a week, good week at least. My mailbox was full to the brim. And then I fixed dinner and I went to bed. I didn't go to sleep. I did go to bed and I read for a little while. And then I went to bed. And I got up this morning. It was a struggle. Me and the boys were struggling this morning too. Keenan never used to struggle so much getting up. He's been riding the struggle bus getting up. I don't know what that kid's deal is. I have an idea. Actually, I think he is getting sneakier with his age. The older he gets, which, you know, I'm not surprised. But I've noticed that his headphones are laying in his bed at night. I think he's listening or watching stuff on his phone and with his headphones on, so I can't hear him at night. They're at their dad's tonight, so I can't check him tonight. But I'm gonna have to Sunday night. I'm gonna have to remind myself to go and check and see if that's what he's doing, because I think that's what he's doing. We'll see though. And then, because they both, like, I got them both up and both of them went right back to sleep. And I even let them sleep like 10 minutes longer than normal because I didn't get out of the shower until later, and like 10 minutes after I would get them up. So, plastic surgeon visit went good. We are talking about doing a little revision. I'm going to do a separate update on that if you guys want to watch out for that. It won't be anything until like the end of the year. And it will definitely happen before the end of the year if I do it, because I'm not going to wait till next year and do it, because I've already met all my deductibles. Like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it by the end of the year. So I don't have to worry about, you know, another big medical bill. Alright guys, not getting my walk in. I have been making sure I'm getting my protein in. I have been reading. It's just the 10,000 steps I have not done, and I'm slacking. I know that. I will get back to it. I will get there maybe tonight, since I'm not going to I am going to go work out, but after I work out, maybe, since I'm not going to, I don't think I'm going to go to church this evening, so I can go to bed early. Maybe when I get home from working out, I'll just go ahead and take a walk and get my steps in, take a couple laps around the neighborhood when I get home, and just go ahead and get that done and over with, and then go to bed after that. And then so I can at least say I got my 10,000 steps in at least once this week, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. And Friday probably not, because I'm hoping to go to the game, my nephew's football game. And then this weekend, who knows what will happen. Oh, I forgot my lunch today. Crap. Got my lunch. Guys, I will talk to you all. Good morning. It is Thursday, 18th of September. I am headed to work. I know, like, big surprise. Went home last night, ate some leftover hamburger helper, went to bed, read my book for a little bit, and then went to sleep. I just did not feel good. I had a headache. I was tired. Typically, I wouldn't even read when I have a headache, but I'm really into this book now, and I want to find out what happens. So that's why I read. I didn't read very much. I only read, I think, 2 chapters, and the chapters are not very long. They're only like 2-3 pages each, so they're not very long at all. But I did get my 10 pages in. I should be reading a day. I'm gonna get my 10,000 steps in. Sorry, my shoulder's hurting. But I did get my 10 pages in yesterday. I'm feeling worse in the mornings. Can you guys hear it in my voice? How I don't feel good? Like this, the congestion. I can hear it in my voice. I feel like every year, at least the last 2 years, I have been sick this time of year. Last year, I had laryngitis really bad. I could barely talk. And then this year, at least I can talk. I just don't feel the greatest. Posted a video, an update, a 3-month update video on my breast reduction yesterday. It hasn't got a lot of views, so I hope you guys will go watch it. And just, you know, giving them an update on how things are going. And I went to the surgeon and saw him Tuesday, so, and what he plans to do, because, surprise, my nipples aren't even. So in Charleston this evening, excuse me, in Charleston this evening, they're having a memory celebration for Charlie Kirk, like a memorial type thing. I have a couple friends going. I'm thinking about going. I'm kind of scared to go, to be honest, because our world is freaking crazy. But as a Christian woman myself, and him being a Christian man, I would like to go. So, I may be going to it. And again, guys, it's all about love. It's all about love. Loving one another. That's as easy and simple as that. We just got to love one another. We have to be kind to one another. And you have to get up every morning and think, I'm going to be a good person today. I'm going to love everybody. I'm not going to have a crappy attitude. I'm going to be happy. You know, you have to do that, because if not, your world is not going to be as good, you know, and that's just the way I feel about it. So I'm not going to talk much this morning. Boring. I'm sorry. I need to be a little bit more exciting for you guys than my car talks. I will be eventually, right? Oh, they need to fix the street. It's bumpy. All right, buddy, go. There's a green light. Go. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I told you all I would not be showing road. Come on, buddy, go. Shit. Damn. Sorry. I told you guys that we're road rage, and there I was, road raging. I'm sorry. I'm human. We're all human, right? And I just got to teach love. I love preaching love to you guys. Sorry. Hey, you gotta be honest, right? I mean, I'm trying to show you guys the real me. Like, You know, I wanted to change my name, my channel name, to Truthfully Tiffany, but it wouldn't let me do that. I don't know why. But it wouldn't let me, so, yeah. I tried to show you guys the real me. I'm not perfect by any means. You know, I never claimed to be perfect. I am a human just like the rest of us. I try to love everybody, and 98% of the time, I do a very good job. When I'm driving, I'm not as good at it. I think when I'm driving and when somebody's messing with my kiddos, you know, that is when I'm not good at it. So, but anyhow, I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I will see you. Let's try this again. I'm on my way to work. It is about 10 to, or I have to be there in 10 minutes, sorry. And but not for work, but for my echocardiogram, the ultrasound of my heart. So I would have been fine if I hadn't decided to put makeup on, but I decided to put makeup on. I just looked really washed out, and I really think it's my allergies to my face and my sinuses, maybe, because my face is like swollen. I have been crying, so I can't blame it on crying, but my face is like swollen. So, guys, 75 Soft has went to its death this week. I have been reading, I have been drinking my water, I have been getting my protein in, have been tracking the protein. Yes and no. Like yesterday I did not track very good, and honestly I probably won't today either, just because I didn't prep this week like I needed to. But I have been making sure that like I'm prioritizing protein. I'm eating lots of protein. Like I had a salad yesterday at lunch, and I loaded it down with chicken and pepperoni and egg. So I'm making sure I'm loading everything down with protein. I do have protein drinks I'm drinking, you know, and stuff. So, I mean, I'm getting my protein in and prioritizing that. The exercise part of it, though, has just not happened. I have not felt good this week, so it just hasn't happened. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And, you know, we keep things real here. We keep things real. Like Wednesday night, came home after working out, went straight to bed. Last night, came home early from work because I felt bad, and finished my book. And I have a new one. It's called The Deep End of the Ocean, I think is the name of it. And I went to sleep after that. Like, I was asleep by 7 o'clock. No, it was earlier than that. Probably 6:30 last night. I did wake up about 8 o'clock. And for some reason, I was thinking I had taken my nighttime medication already. So I didn't take it, but I did take a NyQuil. But I slept for crap last night. And then this morning, when I went to take my medicine, because I'm an old lady, and I have one of them weekly AM and PM medication things. And, took my medication and realized I did not take my medication last night. So I was like, well, that explains why I slept like crap last night. Funny dream, though. So next Friday, I'm going to a new doctor to help with my weight loss. And I had a dream that they called me, and I didn't go by my married name, like the last name that I go by, and I have went by for the last 14 years. I was going by my maiden name. And they had me live in like Armadillo. I ain't even been to Texas. Is it Armadillo in Texas? Like, I ain't even been to Texas. I'm sure there's an Armadillo somewhere else other than just Texas, but definitely not in West Virginia, I don't think. But I ain't ever been to a town named Armadillo. But they had like my name right and my birthday right or something. You know, so I was like, that's not me. Like, I've never lived there before, you know. And the lady was like, well, let me send you a list. And I was like, okay. So she sends me this big long list of everybody with the same last name as me. And I was like, and I'm like reading it, and it's very confusing the way the list is like made out, you know, and stuff. Like, it's very confusing. And it's all I kept thinking about was HIPAA. I was like, this is so wrong. Why did they send this to me? Like, am I gonna get in trouble since I'm a nurse because of HIPAA? You know, what is going on here? Like, I just remember like freaking out in my dream over this because of HIPAA. But so yeah, that happened yesterday, or last night. Why is the traffic like? I'm not complaining. There's just more traffic this morning on this little road that I'm on than what there normally is. Not complaining. Not complaining. No road rage yet. No road rage. So I was going to go last night actually to a memorial service for Charlie Kirk. I think I talked to you guys about that yesterday morning in my chat. Is it empty? I think it's empty, lady. Here, I'll look. Sorry, there's a Narcan dispensary thing. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll be honest. I don't know how I feel about that. There's a church here that has a box that sits outside that they keep Narcan in. Boxes of Narcan in for people, and that's the first time I ever saw anybody trying to get any out of it. I'm not sure how I feel about that. As a nurse, I'm not sure how I feel about that. So, we'll just leave it at that. If you guys want me to talk more about my feelings of Narcan and that type of thing, I will. But anyhow, but anyhow, I was going to go to this Charlie Kirk memorial thing last night. Not because of anything he said or anything he didn't say, just to support him as a Christian, you know, and as a Christian to show up for him and his family. And I was going to go with a couple of my girlfriends I used to work with. I couldn't do it. I did not feel good. I still do not feel good. That's all up here. All up here. I mean, I am coughing quite a bit, but it smells like a skunk out here. Somebody's got hit by a skunk. And it's actual skunk. I think. Maybe not. Talk about drugs here. Yeah, maybe that's not actual skunk. Yeah, I don't think that's actual skunk. I may be getting the contact high. This morning is so random. I'm so sorry. Wow, I'm so sorry. But gosh. Oh, Lordy B. Yeah, it's definitely not a skunk. Definitely not a skunk. That smells like a skunk. Oh, Lord, Tiffany. I hope you guys are laughing at me as I'm laughing at myself. Because somebody has to be. You guys hear that? I wonder if it's the car that's making all that noise above me. But it had to be definitely somebody around me because it was strong. I'm trying to say, it's not as strong now, but it was really super strong back there. Cracking myself up this morning, girls and boys. Mostly girls, ladies. So, but anyhow, I'm supposed to be at the hospital like right now. Come on, lady, go! No road rage. No road rage. Can we please go a little bit faster, please? Pretty please. Sugar on top. With the cherry. Please, 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 please. Oh, there's a copper up here with lights on. Is that why you're going slow? We're gonna light up here anyhow, aren't we? I hope you guys are laughing at me. I really do hope you're all laughing at me. If we start getting the big whiff of the skunk again, I'll know it's this Mustang, I think it is. It's right here beside me. Yeah, he's got his window rolled down. Do you hear the car? Like, you know, the cars, the muscle car. I think he got in the wrong lane. I think he did. Is he able to go as fast as he wants? Because the car in front of him is going slow. You never see people pulled over on this road, and there's somebody pulled over. Huh. Interesting. So what was I even talking about before the skunk? Charlie Kirk. Oh my gosh. But yes, I really wanted to go to that. My one friend did post some pictures, and it looked they had a really good turnout, which I was glad. I was worried. Now West Virginia is a very conservative Republican state, but there are still lots of it's a very Christian state too, but it's very conservative, and the people that aren't conservative are far the other way, you know. So and guns are big here. Guns are big, you know, and even though Charlie Kirk was a big gun supporter, if one of these far, is it left? It shows you how much I don't know about politics. But one of these far left people who are okay with guns but hated Charlie Kirk for whatever he might have said had showed up yesterday, it could have been a bad night in West Virginia. I really don't feel like our state is that are there bad people everywhere? Yes. And maybe I'm not even saying this, but I feel like we have a bubble here that true West Virginians are very compassionate people, loving people. I mean, we're passionate about our sports and we're passionate about the things we love. But when everything falls apart, everybody comes together. Anytime there's any kind of crisis in West Virginia, West Virginians have stood up and taken care of each other. Lady, the speed limit is 50. You're going like 47. Go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's this Mustang because I'm smelling it again. It's the Mustang. Yeah, it's this one. Hear him? It's the Mustang. He's high and driving and showing off and smoking a little skunk. Anyhow, I'm probably very naive in saying that in West Virginia, I don't see anything like that happening because, at least from a West Virginian, I think if it happened, it's going to be somebody from out of state. We love our guns here. We love our family. We love our state. And a true West Virginian is going to stand by those three things. You know, those three things. And I don't think a true West Virginian would allow anything bad like that to happen. And then also in West Virginia, there's people packing heat all the time. I mean, like, it's not easy to get your concealed carry permit here, but it's not hard easy either to get it. I mean, they do background checks and do all that stuff, but you know, there is lots of people in West Virginia that have concealed carry permits, and there's lots of people who conceal carry who don't have permits. You know, it goes both ways. So if something like that happened in West Virginia, the person who did it, especially if they were in not like a sniper type situation, the person would be put down really quick. I don't know so much about the church I go to now, but I know the church I used to go to, there was men strategically placed in the church in case something ever happened. Strategically placed in the church if something ever happened. And I know other churches, like I have a really good guy from college at the church that he goes to. He's one of the guys that they strategically place. But in my heart of hearts, I really think we're better than that here. We may be hillbillies with no teeth, walking around barefoot and pregnant, and poor as can be up here, some of us. But you know what? We are good people. We love each other. And when the shitstorm comes and it hits West Virginia, West Virginians are resilient, and we can stick together. We take care of each other. And at the end of the day, I don't think if anything like that would ever happen truly in West Virginia, it would not, whether it be a school shooting or, you know, a shooting of any kind, really. I mean, yeah, there's shootings. People get shot all the time. You know, domestic violence situations, even gang violence, you know, that type of thing. But when it comes to a mass shooting of some sort, I really don't see it happening in West Virginia. I just don't. Not from a true West Virginian. If it does, it would be from somebody not from West Virginia. And that's how I believe. Could I be wrong? I very well could be. Who knows? Oh, this Mustang's following me. I'm going to ask him, be like, did you smell that skunk back there? Let me see if he turns into the garage. No, he went straight. I want to be like, buddy, were you smoking on your way to work? Because you know it's got to be all over your clothes. I had a patient last week. Yeah, because I'm on consults this week. A patient last week. And the whole waiting room smelled like it. And then when I got him in the exam room and got started on, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have a contact high. I'm going to have a contact high for being in this room with them. And I told our nurse practitioner when I went in to tell her about the patient, I told her, and she's like, really? I was like, no, I promise you. I was like, it's that bad. And she's like, I know they have, you know, they do and stuff, but like they've never come and smelling like that before. Maybe just like traces, but not like that bad. I was like, I know, but I'm telling you, it's bad today. And afterwards, she came in my office and she said, yep, definitely have a contact high. And let me tell you guys, like, that is one of them drugs that, like, it's so, how do you even say it? Like, I'm not completely against. I'll never forget my brother calling me one time and being really upset. It was after our dad was diagnosed with his cancer, and being really upset because our dad was smoking. And I was like, Jacob, he has cancer. He's hurting. It's okay. You know, it's okay. Like, medicinal wise, I think it's great. It's a great thing. However, I think it's also abused medicinal wise. People use it and don't need to be using it. There's no reasons to use it, but anyhow, whether you guys see this is actually vlog or not will be interesting. All right, I'll see you. Good morning. It is Monday morning, the 22nd. I'm headed to work. It is 22. I'm leaving a little bit later than I planned on. I don't know what made me so late, because I was not fiddle farting around or anything like that. But I really want to restart, you guys, but I'm not going to, because I'm afraid my phone will freaking mess up. Because in my car, it doesn't like to let me record unless I start it before I start the car. So, but anyhow, I wanted to just go ahead and close out last week's vlog, because I don't think I did. We had a pretty good weekend. Went to my nephew's football game Friday night. Guys, I'm loving some Friday night football. The Friday night lights, I'm really enjoying. I have got to get Keenan to play football. I've got to get this kid to play some football, because he would be really good. He's a big boy, and I just think he would do a really good job. So I really need to talk him into doing it. I mean, he's mentioned it off and on over the years, but now that like he's really prime size, and all that, like he's just kind of, yeah. So, I don't want to push him, but I really want him to play too. But, so we did that. I went with my brother and my mom and my sister-in-law Friday night to watch my nephew. They killed the team they played. Killed the team. Then, Saturday, I was supposed to get up and work out Saturday morning. Forgot to set my alarm Friday night. And so I did not get up. So I got up later and got my day started a little bit later than what I planned on. Which ended up being okay, but I went to the store and got stuff to make a taco dip, and then came home, made a taco dip, and got a shower and everything, and then me and the boys, to a cookout with my co-workers at my doctor I worked for's house. I had a really good time, a surprisingly good time. Then yesterday was church. After the cookout, we rented a movie. I told the boys I wanted some time, just me and them, no phones, nothing. They were kind of like, Then we watched the movie The Monkey. It's a Stephen King book, I guess, and that they made into a movie. And it's about this monkey that, it's one of those toy monkeys that play the drums or whatever. And whenever the monkey plays drums, it causes people to die. Random people, like crazy ways to die. Like they just die crazy. Remember, guys, I have a preteen boy and a teenage boy. And my youngest has always been into scary movies, ghost stories. I mean, he might be 11, but it's just always been his thing. And his parents, his dad and I both are into that kind of stuff too. I've always loved scary movies. I was watching them when I was his age and, younger and stuff too. So we watched it. It actually wasn't a horrible movie. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I mean, for a scary movie, it was more kind of gory than anything. It wasn't a lot of jump scares or anything like that. It was just kind of gory. And then Sunday, this is bad. I mean, I feel bad like going from this to got up Sunday morning. We went to church, and then came home. I took my Sunday afternoon nap. We did a few things around the house. I got my Halloween decorations outside. Some of them, my fall / Halloween decorations outside. And then we just did a few things around the house, and now it's Monday morning and I'm headed to work. So thanks guys for watching this week. Give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Hopefully this week I start to feel a little bit better and have a do better on the whole working out, and actually maybe we'll get out and walk some in the evenings this week. So we'll see what happens. All right guys, I'll talk to you soon. Mwah.